Welcome to another edition of NYCFC Meets. I'm Ian Joy. Let's start the meeting and see if our next guest is ready. There he is, Maxime Chanot. It's great to see you. First and foremost, before we get into it, how are you and the family doing during this difficult time?
I'm good, thanks. I'm very happy to see you, Jan. Thanks to God, my family is doing well. Unfortunately, the situation is not so easy, especially when you live like in a small apartment like in New York. But as I say, thanks God, everybody is healthy. So that's the most important.
What are some of the things you've been doing since you've been on a lockdown? Have you been getting creative with the family, spending more quality time with the family, doing some games and maybe getting a little creative in the mind?
Yeah. I mean, as you know, as like football player, we travel a lot. We're not often at home. So I cannot say I'm happy about the situation, not at all. I wish the situation will be back at the normal. I'm really looking forward for that. But as the situation is, I'm very happy to spend time with my family. I think it's important sometimes to get the better of the bad situation. And as I said, I try to spend as much as I can time with my daughter. I didn't have the chance last season to see her a lot because of the MLS travel, because of the international duty. So it's been like 2 or 3 weeks. I have really enjoyed my time with my daughter, obviously with my family. We don't do too much, We are reading a lot. We are obviously playing, and I think you know me. I'm really like a Catholic Christian, and I read a lot the Bible. I think is a good time for me, especially because of the time. Like is soon Easter. Easter is going soon, so I try to take as much as I can time to read the Bible and try to think about God, about everything is important in my life.
Yeah, I don't think there's a better time to do something like that. And for a lot of followers out there, they're doing exactly the same as you. I spoke to Ronnie Diallo a couple of days ago, and he was talking about the training sessions that you guys have been doing online. How's that been going as a team when everybody comes together? It's online. Has it been pretty good for the team and also for everybody to see each other?
Yeah, it's pretty funny. I mean, like when I called you like 10 minutes ago, we just finished a yoga class. So it's pretty fun because obviously we can speak to each other. We see everybody on through the camera, so it's funny to see like nobody cut his hair. Everybody has got like big hair now. It's pretty funny. I mean, it's really important because, as you know, we try to stay focused and try to looking forward about the beginning of the new season. I can tell like that.
Yeah.
So everybody try to stay in shape, and I think this kind of class is very important for us to make sure we will be ready when the season will start again. So we have done a few different classes. We've done some yoga, we've done some boot camp, we have done some like kickboxing class. So it's pretty nice. I really like it.
Let's go back a little bit and talk about your national team. You've played 39 times for Luxembourg and you scored your first goal in a 1-1 draw against Italy. That must have been quite the feeling for you. And I guess overall the question would be to you, how does it feel to represent Luxembourg? Because it looks like you take a lot of pride in that.
For me, it's very important. I mean, is a country where I grew up, is a country of my parents. So playing for your country is something special, everybody's watching on TV, singing the national anthem. I mean, like, I cannot really explain, but it's very important for me to play for my country. I've always been proud since my first game I played. Obviously, my first goal was something special because it was against a big team, against Italy, and Andrea Pirlo was on the pitch. So it was pretty funny to speak about that to him just before the 2014 World Cup. So, and we finished the game with a 1-1 draw. So it was a pretty good game for us. And I was obviously very happy to score my first goal against one of the best keepers in the world, Gigi Buffon. It was it's a good memory, yeah, for sure.
I hope you've got plenty of photographs of that goal as well.
Yeah, I have some good photos, yeah.
All right, you played in Belgium for about 5 years. How was that experience for you? Because it's a top league and you're getting some top experience.
Yeah, Belgium was a really important part of my football life. I did have the chance to sign my first pro contract when I was 17, when I was very young, in the Premier League in Sheffield United. And I was obviously really focused about trying to make establish myself in England, but unfortunately it didn't work. It's been like a tough situation for me. I was 20 years old, I just lost my dream to play in Premier League, and I had the chance to move to Belgium. So for me, it was a new country with a new culture. But I think it was one of the best choices I made in my football life, because I had the chance to play my first full season in first division when I was 20, 21. And I think it was important at this age to play, to gain experience. And that's what I've done in Belgium. And yeah, I think it was very important for me. I had very good memories in Belgium. And but now it's in the past, Now it helped me to get my transfer to NYCFC. So yeah, it's something special for me. Yeah.
Why now then? New York have you here. You're here for a long time, and it looks like you don't want to leave. So what is it about the club that's keeping you here? Because I'm sure you've had a lot of opportunity to leave.
I mean, I'm feeling very well in New York. I love the club. I love the player. I love the identity of the club. So as long as New York want me, I want to stay to the club. As I said, since the first day I came here and I signed, I won't leave the club until we win any trophy. And unfortunately, we didn't make it since those like 4 or 5 seasons. I was so disappointed last year, because I do believe we should finish champions with the team and the quality season we had. So yeah, you should ask the club why they want to keep me, but but for sure, if you're asking to me, I want to stay with New York as long as I can, as long as I can help the team to reach a trophy. And I really believe with the quality squad we have, we should do something this season, because, as I said, a club like NYCFC should win a trophy, and I do believe we're gonna do it this season.
Well, I speak for myself. I don't speak for the club, and I'm sure I speak for a lot of the supporters. Your passion, your desire, your determination, and I must admit, you've really improved as a player since you've been at the club. The player that arrived is a much more improved player, because what we're getting right now is someone who is at the top of their game. And I think Ronnie Diallo is starting to really recognize there's a great deal of leadership in there. How impressed have you been with Ronnie Diallo? What's been your first impressions of him, obviously through preseason and the first few games we had?
Yes, Ronnie. Obviously, I'm talking about myself, but I'm sure the rest of the team, are on the same line as me. Ronnie bring a winning mentality and a spirit we are maybe missing at the club. And I do believe this is the little thing we are missing to become champions. So I'm very happy to having like Ronnie with us. As I said, he bring a lot of spirit in a team. He speak a lot to the player, and this is really important as a player, to have a coach who can speak with you and try to explain what he wants from you. As I say, he's someone who won trophy with a team like Celtic Glasgow, who has so much experience, so he can bring and teach us how to win. And I'm very, very glad to having him with us. And I'm really looking forward to start the season again and try to show to everybody in the league we are ready to compete with the top team and try to reach a trophy.
Well, I certainly hope that he is the last piece of the jigsaw that's missing for us to win a championship, and hopefully many more trophies after that as well. New York is going through a difficult time right now, Maxime. There's a lot of people who have gone and suffered through this time, but also people who are just stuck at home. They're wanting to hear from their people, and you are exactly that. You're a face of NYCFC. Do you have a message for the supporters and the people of New York?
Yeah, a simple message. I think the most important now is to try to take the best of this bad situation. I know it's not easy to try to stay positive when you have to stay at home and you cannot walk anymore, you cannot go watch football or whatever. But as I say, everything happened for a reason. So we try to take the best from this situation and try to stay positive once again. Try to avoid to go out, because I think it's the best things to do, to try to help the doctor and the nurse to make sure we're not in contact to each other. So guys, stay at home, stay positive, try to spend as much as you can time with your family and try to think a lot, because I think it's time when you can think about yourself, think about your family, think about your future. Try to stay positive, guys. It's very important.
Well said, Maxime. Maxime Chanot, thank you so much for the time. It's an honor to have you at our club, and it's an honor to get some time with you to speak during this difficult period. Make sure you look after yourself, and all the best.
Thank you very much, and take care about yourself, take care about your family, and don't forget, stay home.